Well, Auntie Alice had reared my father.
That's right.
He looked on her as his mother, you see, our Joe they called her. So her children were like my father's brothers and sisters, and he was our Joe to them.
Right.
But there was only about 3 or 4 years between him and her eldest son.
Right.
Because, I mean, his father had died, my grandfather had died early, and she had brought him up with her children.
Right.
And he idolised her, thought the world of that of Auntie Alice. And
was that in Little Crosby?
no, this is the one that was engaged. So Auntie Alice's eldest son was engaged to Annie's sister in Little Crosby.
Right.
And they'd been engaged since the 1914 war. And he'd been gassed in that war. So he wasn't supposed to live very long, Jimmy. He'd taken over he was a baker like his dad. And his mother cured him. Excuse me. She gave him the best of everything. She waited on him hand and foot, and when we'd be sitting having our tea, all the best of everything would be put around his plate. We'd get plenty of lovely food, but he'd get the best. He'd get the heart of the lettuce and all the cream and everything, you know, to get his lungs right. And we couldn't understand why he never got married. He got married when the next war started 20 years later, and I went to his wedding. And as I told you before, you didn't go in coaches or cars or anything. You walked to the church. You walked if there was a funeral. The men carried the coffin and you walked behind. And the same thing happened when you got married. And the reception was in Auntie Annie's cottage. And your dad was with me. And the priest was called Father Kieran, and their name was Kernan. And we all had our pictures taken in that garden that you'd just taken the picture of. And poor Lizzie was in white, and she wasn't a very attractive person at the best of times, you know. But they were a very, very happy couple just the same.